Hi, my stylists. It's my client's bridal shower. Let's take a look on how my mom and I put together this fall outdoor balloon backdrop. Welcome to Event Styles LLC, where we bring the style to your events. To start off, I'm going to go ahead and set up my pipe and drape stand. This stand is from Georgia Expo. It is a 7-foot by 12-foot double barrel stand, and it is adjustable. Hands down, this is one of my favorite investments that I've made into my business. It was a little pricey, but it was well worth the price. For one, it's the only stand that I have that's able to withhold itself outdoors, and because it is the 12 feet, you can go up to 12 feet high and 12 feet wide. It is huge. I can use it for a wide variety of events, and is able to actually keep up with the weather and not fold just because the wind is blowing like some of the past stands that I've used before. So 10 out of 10 would recommend using the stand. To build the base for my balloon garland, I'm going to be using 15-inch balloons in the color of pink and Sangria. These are Tuftex balloons, and these are high quality balloons. They're perfect when you're doing outdoor events, so that's why I decided to go ahead and use these. And the black blanket that you see underneath the balloons are just so I can go ahead and protect the balloons from getting dirty. Now I'm going to move on to the floral backdrop. For this look, I actually didn't use any real or fake flowers at all. This is just a picture of flowers, and to me it's actually very stunning. So what I'm doing is I'm just unwrapping it. I had it folded up for a little bit. I'm going to take some clamps that I also got from Amazon, and I'm going to attach it directly onto the backdrop stand. I have my mom filling up the balloons completely with air and then releasing the air in them to stretch them out. If you're curious as to why, go ahead and check out my 10 tips on how to make your balloons last outdoors. Next, we're going to move on to steaming out the wrinkles in the backdrop, and then I'm going to go ahead and use some tape to really secure the ends of the backdrop and make sure that it's not flapping around in the wind and that it's nice and tight around the stand. If you are enjoying this video, go ahead and give me a like, comment down below what you're thinking, and subscribe. So now I'm going to go ahead and begin attaching the balloon clusters directly onto the backdrop stand. All you really have to do is just use a little bit of ribbon and then make sure that the center of your cluster is aligned with the pole of the backdrop stand, and then you're good to go. So all I'm doing is I'm alternating between that pink and that Sangria color blocks, and then I'm going to go ahead and get that left side, or I guess the right side of that stand, lined up with the balloons first, and then I'm going to move on to the top. So I struggled a little bit with the top part of the stand. One, because of how low the tent is, which is what the white ceiling is. It's actually a tent. One, because of how low it is compared to the backdrop. I didn't have much wiggle room to actually attach my balloons. And then the double barrel threw me off. I'm not used to working with two barrels. I wish I would have just used one and just attached it directly onto the floor backdrop like I did with the sides. But I thought the double barrel would give it a cleaner look. If I could go back, I would definitely not use the second one, but I was able to pull it off regardless. Because the top part was such a struggle for me, I ended up switching from having quads at the top, which is 4 balloons tied together, to just 3 balloons tied together. And that gave me a little bit more wiggle room to be able to play with the balloons the way that I wanted to. Now I'm going to go ahead and attach the balloons to each other and to the stand using balloon ribbon. So now I'm going to go ahead and start filling in the gaps. I'm going to use primarily 12-inch balloons, 5-inch balloons, and flowers to fill in the gaps. I wish I would have waited to go ahead and use the 5-inch balloons that you're going to see me attach with tape in a little bit. I wish I would not have used tape 1. I should have used ribbon from the get-go, and I wish I would have waited until I got all my 12s on first and then put on my 5 inches. That's one thing I wish I could have changed. If you are enjoying this video, don't forget to like, comment down below what you think, and subscribe. When it comes to filling in the gaps, this is why it's so important to either be taking a lot of steps back as you go to make sure that it's still looking good as a whole, or having a second person there to help you see where the gaps are, because if you can see, I'm standing super close to the backdrop. There's no way that I'm going to be able to see all the gaps that are showing in the balloon garland. So shout out to my mom for being my second eye and giving me pointers as to where and what I should be filling in the gaps with. I did try to make sure that I was using gold in the transitional areas between the pink and the sangria color, but for the most part the sangria 5-inch balloons and 12-inch balloons stayed with the 15 inches, and I'm a huge fan of color blocking, so you don't see me, other than outside of the gold, you don't see me commingling the colors together. Now it's time to start cleaning up a little bit so we can set up the table. This backdrop did come with a table that was going to be paired in front of it. So what I'm doing now is I'm just having me and my mom, we're just taking all the supplies that we didn't use, we're loading it in the car, and then I'm going to wipe down the table. I'm going to actually use 2 tablecloths. The first one's going to be a white one and the second one's going to be a rose gold sequin one. Now I'm using 2 because 1, I have a black table and it's harder for colors to pop on it, and 2, because the rose gold tablecloth is actually a little bit sheer and a little bit see-through. So if I have that black directly touching that rose gold, it's going to be harder for that rose gold to pop. So I put a white tablecloth right underneath it to pretty much create a blank canvas, so that way when I place that rose gold on top, it's really going to go ahead and pop and be nice and beautiful. And just like that, my friends, it is done. I cannot thank you enough from the bottom of my heart. Thank you, thank you, thank you for sticking it out with me. If you made it this far, go ahead and give me a like, comment down below what you think, and subscribe. I can't thank you enough. Turn on the notification bell and stay tuned for more. Thank you for watching the video. Let us know what you think in the comment sections down below, and be sure to follow us on our other social media pages to stay connected with us, and we'll see you in the next video.